In the late 90s and early 2000s, there was one name that dominated the mobile phone industry: Nokia. It wasn't just a brand, it was the phone to have. Whether it was the indestructible Nokia 3310 or the iconic ringtone that became a global soundscape, Nokia was untouchable. But then almost overnight, it seemed to vanish. In a world where tech giants like Apple and Samsung rose to power, Nokia crumbled. So what happened? How did the undisputed king of mobile phones fall so fast? And more importantly, can Nokia make a real comeback? This is the untold story of Nokia's rise, fall, and comeback. The meteoric rise, from paper to phones. Nokia wasn't always a tech company. Founded in 1865 in Finland as a paper mill, Nokia slowly diversified over the decades, dabbling in rubber, cables, and even military equipment. But its destiny changed in the 1980s when it ventured into telecommunications. By the 1990s, Nokia became a pioneer in mobile technology, launching one of the first GSM phones, the Nokia 1011, in 1992. But the real game changer was its focus on mass-market, durable phones. Devices like the Nokia 3210 and Nokia 3310 became cultural icons, simple, reliable, and nearly indestructible. By 1998, Nokia was the largest mobile phone manufacturer in the world. At its peak, it sold over 400 million phones annually, controlling nearly 40% of the global market. It was more than a company, it was a phenomenon. The fall, how the king lost its crown. So how did a company that seemed invincible lose it all? The first crack appeared with the arrival of smartphones. In 2007, Apple launched the iPhone, and suddenly the game changed. The iPhone wasn't just a phone, it was a pocket-sized computer with a sleek design and a user-friendly touchscreen. Nokia? It underestimated this shift. Instead of embracing the new era of touchscreen smartphones, Nokia clung to its old models and its in-house operating system, Symbian, which struggled to compete with iOS and later Android. When Nokia finally tried to pivot with the release of the Nokia N97 in 2009, it was too late. The phone was buggy, the software outdated, and consumers had already shifted their loyalty. In a desperate bid to stay relevant, Nokia partnered with Microsoft in 2011, adopting Windows Phone as its primary OS. But this move only accelerated its decline. While the hardware remained strong, the Windows ecosystem couldn't match the App Store or Google Play. Developers ignored it, and users followed suit. By 2013, Nokia's mobile division was bleeding money, leading to Microsoft's acquisition of Nokia's phone business for $7.2 billion. The once mighty giant was now a cautionary tale in business schools, a symbol of missed opportunities and slow adaptation. The comeback. Learning from failure. Most stories would end here, but not Nokia's. While its phone division collapsed, Nokia never truly died. Through its company, Nokia Networks, it shifted its focus to network infrastructure and became a major player in 5G technology. Then, in 2016, Nokia made a surprising move. Through a licensing deal with HMD Global, it re-entered the smartphone market, this time running on Android, the very OS it once ignored. The result? The return of the Nokia 3310, updated but nostalgic, was a global hit. It wasn't a flagship smartphone, but it reignited interest in the brand. Today, Nokia is carving out a niche in the mid-range and budget smartphone market, focusing on durability, simplicity, and user trust, values that made it famous in the first place. At the same time, its network business continues to thrive, competing with giants like Ericsson and Huawei in the race for 5G dominance. What went wrong and right? Nokia's fall wasn't about bad luck. It was about resistance to change. The company failed to recognize that the mobile phone industry wasn't about hardware anymore. It was about ecosystems, apps, and user experience. But its comeback shows the power of brand loyalty and the ability to pivot. By focusing on its core strengths, durability, simplicity, and trust, while embracing new technologies like Android and 5G, Nokia is slowly rebuilding its legacy.